And so, without further ado, let us all welcome our today's speaker, a computer science graduate, content creator, seasoned public speaker and mentor, former application analyst, technical community manager, and social media specialist. She is currently the technical support specialist and KCS coach of PowerTech Incorporated. She is also an Angel Hack ambassador and mentor of Impact Hackathon. She shares her knowledge with various universities and tech companies about the fundamentals of web development, web design, information security, database systems, and automation. She is an advocate for social participation and has been engaging with tech communities to share her knowledge and experiences in the tech industry.
Let us all give her a virtual round of applause.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Ayan. Thank you, Ayan. Thank you, Angelina and Reggie, for that introduction. And thank you to OLFU for having me today. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know, guys, if you're there by saying hi in the chat. Ayan. Okay. All right, as mentioned, and we'll be talking about trust, or what we call tackling risks and understanding security in artificial intelligence. And I've already been introduced, but currently my experiences are also shown here on the slide. I've been in the industry for 2 years. I'm currently working for a restaurant technology company based in New York, and we're currently trying to implement artificial intelligence in our systems. Ayan, ang daming heart react. Thank you. Ayan. And before I begin, I always start my presentations with a question, and I want this um, webinar today to be engaging. So I would know kung ano yung current knowledge nyo when it comes to artificial intelligence, and at the end of this talk that you would be malalaman natin that you've really from our discussion for today. So first question is, why is artificial intelligence important? Unang papasok sa isip niyo, bakit nga ba importante ang AI? Kailangan ba talaga natin ng AI? Ayan. So, go ahead on the chat. I'm currently seeing the chat on both Google Meet and Facebook Live. So, hi sa mga nanonood sa atin dyan sa Facebook Live. You can also chat there ang inyong mga answers. But the question again is, why is artificial intelligence important? Ayan. We can wait for 5 answers since we have 70 people here in our Google Meet. Ayan, si Rafael napapaisip. Ayan. Okay, so why is artificial intelligence important? Ayan, anyone can give an answer. You can also go ahead and unmute your mic if you'd like to, or you can put that in the chat. So what I usually do with my discussions or webinars, if walang sasagot, namimili ako ng sasagot. So if you don't want to be called, ayan, may nag-raise ng hand. If you would like to answer, just go ahead and unmute or comment in the chat. Currently, wala akong nakikitang messages, so let me know if may nag-chat. Ayan. Again, the question is, why is artificial intelligence important? Ayan. I'm looking at the participants right now. I can see Christian raised his hand, and Gibelo can go ahead and unmute or give your answers in the chat. Ayan. Hindi mahirap na tanong ito. Okay. Why is artificial intelligence important? What would be the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear this question? Ayan. Do the people who are raising their hand right now have answers? Let me know. I'm not sure if someone has sent their answers, but I can see the chat naman. Ayan, let me know lang. Or are you unsure why we need AI? Ayan. Okay, wala akong Facebook comments. Ayan. Are you guys still there? No? Ayan, very good. May nag-comment. Ayan. Sabi ni Christian, artificial intelligence could prove as one of the many tools we could um, field in manufacturing that shall further improve its capabilities, especially in automation? Definitely. That's a very good answer, Christian. So, artificial intelligence, since that technology right now, it's still fairly new and it's evolving, and definitely this is a good tool for us to use as for us humans. Especially Christian gave an example in manufacturing that can help us automate things or make our tasks easier. Ayan, very good. Anybody else before I proceed? Kahit one more. Very good. Hi, Kenneth. So sabi ni Kenneth, AI is important because AI is making our daily lives easier. Definitely. Ayan. Okay. Anybody else before we proceed? Or ayan, very good. Sabi ni Mark, artificial intelligence enhances the speed, precision, and effectiveness of human efforts. Definitely. And Aldanran says, for me, artificial intelligence helps reduce menial tasks to save more time. Ayan, thank you. Very good answers, guys. And hopefully, all throughout this presentation, you can still engage and be active in our discussion for today. So, based on your answers, artificial intelligence definitely is important. Reason being, as you've also mentioned, that it definitely helps us provide value and efficiency in our day to day lives. And the ideal characteristic of artificial intelligence is its ability to rationalize and take actions that have the best chance of achieving a specific goal. Tulad ng sinabi ni Christian, the field of manufacturing, di ba? Definitely in different types of industries, may it be your personal tasks or in business-related tasks, artificial intelligence has a huge role. And sabi ni Gibelo, for me po, mas bukod sa sobrang helpful po nito sa different field of work, especially sa mga related sa technology, it helps us work faster and more efficient. Ayan, very good guys. So I'm just going to start first by defining what artificial intelligence and cybersecurity is. And with AI, there are seven types of artificial intelligence. I'm going to give you the four or the most common ones. So the first one is reactive AI. So since I have mentioned ng AI, it's ever evolving, it's always changing and improving. We can categorize artificial intelligence in four different types, although there are seven. So we have reactive, limited memory, theory of mind, and self aware. And these types of artificial intelligence technologies are based on its capability and its limitations. So, starting with reactive AI, it is defined as it uses algorithms to optimize outputs based on a set of inputs. An example of a reactive AI is a chess playing AI game, wherein how it reacts in its term itself is based on how it adapts to that chess game scenario. So it will produce the same output, giving the identical outputs. So in reactive AI, hindi niya kayang mag-build ng memory. Hindi niya kayang mag-store ng memory in the future. So it only reacts based on the input that it's given. Unlike the number two, the second type, we have limited memory. It can adapt to past experience or update itself based on new observations or data. With limited memory AI naman, and a good example of this are automotive vehicles like Tesla or hybrid cars. And with limited memory AI, what they can do is they can read the road signs, know when to stop or go, adapt to novel situations, and learn from past experiences. Especially if you are currently driving there in the Philippines, it can adapt na na learn ni limited memory AI yung how fast you go, how slow you go, kung ano ba talaga yung dapat na speed limit of your car. So that's an example. And then we have theory of mind AI. This is defined as this type of AI is fully adaptive and have an extensive ability to learn and retain past experiences. So ito more advanced type of AI wherein an example of this naman are chatbots na inaaral nila kung paano mag-respond yung human on how they input data or they respond to that artificial intelligence, and to a point na akala ni human na si chatbot ay kausap nila ay tao din. So although this is an impressive type of AI, these types of AIs are not self-aware. So they only respond based on how the human responds to them based on the data that they give. And next is self-aware AI. So as the name itself, nagiging self-aware. Next level na tong type of AI, wherein that type of AI is aware of their own existence. Ayan, it stores data and to a point na parang alive na si artificial intelligence. Example of self-aware data, AI is yung mga nakikita nating um, computer vision or nakikita nila, akala mo you're interacting with a human, pero that video or that person reacting to you that you're seeing is artificial intelligence. Is that and that's an example of self-aware AI. But today, in terms of AI, we're going to integrate cybersecurity or security in AI. And cybersecurity in definition, ayan, ang role ni cybersecurity in artificial intelligence is to help, ayan, detect threats and help the cybersecurity professionals how to mitigate these types of threats and how to react to these types of threats then. And especially, most jobs right now in the different types of industry are remote. So all of us are using our company's laptops, software, even sa school, yung mga software na binibigay sa atin is syempre may mga shortcomings din and limitations. So may mga challenges na tinatawag when it comes to cybersecurity. And the role of AI for that is to have an endpoint response and detection tool that can proactively block and isolate malware and ransomware threats and propel endpoint security into a zero trust world. So later, meron tayong small activity na for us to be able to identify how we understand and how we face those types of challenges when it comes to cybersecurity in AI. Ayan. And to combine these two types of technologies, and to give further example, the benefits that AI and security can provide to us humans is first and foremost enhanced security. And with computer vision, diba? An example of that is for the employers or for the company. Say, for example, in a manufacturing company, they would be able to see if the employees are really applying yung mga correct ways on creating the certain types of products or they're really following what the protocol by computer vision. So these cameras are able to detect specific employees if they're wearing proper protection, yung mga PPEs, yung mga doing proper procedures, they're not missing a step when it comes to the manufacturing process. So that is an example of enhanced security. Second is we have protection. An example of protection is yung mga home-based security cameras natin to be able to detect if meron na bang burglar in your area and how AI and security will react to that type of scenario. Will that security system and artificial intelligence call the police or will they lock the doors um, and other systems, etc. Will it trigger the alarm? So it enforces health and safety and also automated inspection. And last is improve efficiency. Definitely ito yung pinakatumatak kung bakit tingin niya important ng AI. And an example of that are drones, specifically to be able to capture real-life scenarios. These are applicable in military, pipeline inspections, patrolling, and firefighting. Para with that, ang role ni drones is to capture these scenarios to be able to get that data and to be able to learn that data that they have in order to predict or provide better solutions in future scenarios. So that's the role of AI and security. And this is a visual example of AI and security. So, dun sa monitor, na-detect niya si customer, ay, ito si customer, suki namin to. Sabi niya, we found you and we are loading your previous orders. Ganun naka-high-tech. You don't have to repeat your current order, especially if you're a frequent customer, the AI and security is able to provide you yung previous order mo. Ayan. Under another examples of AI is I'm not sure which brands of Jollibee, si Jollibot, if you have heard of that. So instead of servers going to each table, makakapag-focus na si server sa iba niyang major tasks and that Jollibot will accommodate the customer by giving them their order from the counter to the table. Ayan. The question here, or the concern of most people when it comes to cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, is that can these systems work alongside humans? Definitely, a lot of you are also concerned or curious if AI will replace humans. The answer is no, to an extent that ang turo din na sa amin talaga nung nasa college ako is that um, hindi tayo i-replace ng artificial intelligence because these types of technology still need human intervention, meaning they would still need us humans to be able to improve their systems and that technology to be able to work effectively and efficiently. So, the concern of how these technologies can work alongside humans is dependent on its goal, especially dependent then on the models that these artificial intelligence technology uses because there are different types of AI models. Diba? Merong mga machine learning, deep learning, and another concern here is the ethics in using these models in systems as surveillance because the scary thing about artificial intelligence is that are you especially for those innovators and inventors, are you going to use it for the good or are you going to use it for the bad? So those are the lingering questions right now in the industry when it comes to AI and cybersecurity. And in here, ayan, how are we going to tackle the risks and threats when it comes to security and artificial intelligence? So in here, ito yung mga different examples and scenarios when it comes to that. First is application development. The role of AI in application development is to protect, detect, and respond to data. And examples of these ones are, say for example, bank applications. Lalo na bank application to, the goal talaga of the bank is to protect the customer's data, especially their bank accounts. And right now, the goal for AI in that type of example is to provide efficiency and convenience for the customer. However, paano ba natin masasabi na secure tayo if you are familiar with what's happening on GCash right now? Ayan, lahat ba dito ay GCash user? You can comment and react if GCash user kayo. And let me know as well if you, ayan, yes daw. Ayan, very good. Active pa kayo. Ayan. And meron ba sa inyo na nagkaroon na ng bad experience with GCash? Let me know. If not, let me know then. So far ba, okay ba kayo sa paggamit ng GCash? Aside from GCash or other bank platforms, ayan, very good. Thumbs up daw. So, most of you have good experiences with using that application, which is good. Hopefully, hindi kayo maging victims ng days there news na madami daw nawawalan ng pera with GCash. And I read one news or article that said that one customer lost lahat ng funds niya sa GCash. And what GCash did was to trace that account. They were able to trace the account nung nag-hack. And then, wala na dun yung funds dun sa account na yon. So, wala na magawa si GCash and wala nang pera yung customer kasi yun na nila mababalik kasi wala na yung pera, nagastos sa iba. So, yun yung mga challenges, diba, ni when it comes to security. It's either if you're going back to the bank application example, these types of applications need good password security wherein aside from having these password security questions, having an 8-character password with an uppercase, lowercase, and a symbol in your password, meron na din tayong tinatawag na second factor authentication or two-factor authentication. Meron din tayong types of security processes wherein you can scan your fingerprint mas maliban sa pag-enter ng password. So to take extra precautionary steps to protect your data. So that's an example. And then second, the challenges that we have here that helps alleviate those types of challenges we can do multitasking. Ayan. How will artificial intelligence help in data overload and time deficit and skill shortage? Ayan yung challenges When it comes to skill shortage, it can either go in both ways. It's either people who are helping improve that these types of AI models, or can also be a skill shortage when it comes to our cybersecurity professionals. So it goes hand in hand when it comes to those types of challenges. Next is data. Going back to the concern of, let me go back to the slide here. Ayan, di ba? We have a concern for ethics in using these models in systems. And in data, um, it's always a challenge for people in that industry to train the right data. If you have tried the chat GPT of OpenAI, of course, hindi naman right off the bat, it's trained right away. It still needs a lot of data in that type of model to be able to give a better or accurate response, especially if nagtatanong ka kay ChatGPT, mahal ba ako ng crush ko? Hindi niya sasabihin agad na oo kasi inaaral pa niya. Sino ba tong si crush mo na sinasabi ganyan? And another part when it comes to data is it tests AI models for bias, especially say for example, I've seen one post before where AI asked uh, a human asked or a user asked something that is related to politics. So iniiwasan natin magkaroon ng bias si AI, and then make robust systems. So it's still dependent on the type of data and the type of learning model AI has to be able to also help when it comes to the security of its users and its applications. And lastly, the goal of security in artificial intelligence is definitely to have accuracy. When it comes to data, definitely acceleration in terms of its timeline in learning or being trained with the right data, and automation when it comes to its response time. So, how fast will artificial intelligence help you in its collaboration then with security to protect your data? Ayan. So, to give further examples then and more researches, there are different use cases when it comes to cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. So I'm going to share with you three. We have social engineering. An example of this is what security and artificial intelligence does is to detect spam, email, and phishing attempts. Although we have an example is we have the Microsoft quarantine. Um, or what I called it, like a feature. So usually we have that sa work namin. We use Microsoft and there's like a Microsoft quarantine there that could filter yung mga suspicious emails. They put it in a separate group and then from there you can check it if it's ano ba siya, spam email ba siya or phishing attempt siya. So automatically niya na nafi-filter lahat ng mga suspicious emails. So ayun, although from what I've observed and experienced, meron pa rin nakakalusot na emails that would go directly on my inbox and still would be a phishing type of email, especially may mga links or it may seem like a legit email pero hindi pala. So yun yung role ni security and AI. Second is anomaly detection here below. Ayan, what it does is to flag unusual behaviors tulad ng mga yan na malware, ransomware, and catch cyber attackers. And lastly is to combat alert fatigue. So the role of cybersecurity professionals, especially if you're interested in the field of cybersecurity, it can be overwhelming for their role to be able to manage all of these threats and tasks that they need to accommodate to be able to protect the organization, its systems, and its people. So the role of AI for that is to um, automate itong mga tasks na to, automate mundane tasks for those cybersecurity professionals to focus on the high-level task or major task. So it can triage low-risk alerts, take repetitive tasks, as I have mentioned, and enabling humans to focus on high-level tasks, especially for those cybersecurity professionals to focus on priority one cases. Ayan. And I'm almost at the end of my presentation. Ganun lang kaikli yung presentation natin today. However, to test your understanding and going back, diba, to our um, title for today, wait lang, oop, is we're going to have a short activity about how we're going to put trust in AI. Ayan. And tackling risk and understanding security, diba? In AI, we're going to have a short skit or a short role-playing activity wherein I would need three volunteers to act as the employee, the cyber attacker, and the cybersecurity expert. So if you're would like to volunteer, so you will just read na may feelings. Ayan, magbabasa lang kayo ng short script. I'm going to send it in the chat later. And then for those na hindi mag-volunteer, you're going to listen and observe and analyze how security in AI works and how AI yung role ni AI sa ganitong scenario. Ayan. Do we already have three volunteers? Let me know. And then if, ayan, sabi ni nag-Gracie Gibello, how about the others? So we have one volunteer. We only need two more. Let me know. Ayan, maikli lang to. You're just going to read it, unmute for a short time. Ayan. So we need two more. Ayan. Gibello, if you can unmute. If you're going to volunteer, you can go ahead and unmute.
Am I audible po?
Yes, you're audible. So,
Okay po.
dahil nag-volunteer ka, Gibelo, sino yung susunod mo pipiliin na mag-volunteer?
Ay, pipili po ako.
Oo, pipili ka, wala nag-volunteer
Baka
eh.
sumama po yung loob eh.
Baka mas lumama yung loob. So, ayan.
Pwede po
Siguro
kayo na lang
last
po mamili. Wala naman po silang choice eh.
Ganun ba? O, sige, dahil yan na, siya nagsabi niyan ha. Wala daw kayong no choice. Okay, sige. Ang una kong nakita dito ay si Sean. Ayan, Sean, kung nandyan ka, pakigalaw ang baso. Ikaw yung napili kong second volunteer. Ayan. You can go ahead and unmute your mic. And then, so, last one is girl yung kailangan ko dito. Kasi siya si Ana. Ayan. So, ang pipiliin ko na girl ay si Jellica. Ayan. Hi, Jellica. You can go ahead and unmute your mic, please. Ayan. Nandyan ba si Sean, guys? Paki-confirm kung nandyan siya. Tsaka si Jellica. Ayan. Okay. Ready na ba? Or if hindi ready, yung napili kong dalawa, let me know para hanap tayo ng iba. Pero parang masakit kung maghahanap ng iba. Ayan. Or nahihiya sila. Let me know lang.
join kayo guys.
Ayan daw, tinatawag ka na. Oh, hindi daw siya ready. Oh, sino ipapalit mo, Jellica? Ayan. So, okay lang ba din kung yung host natin yung mag-volunteer na lang?
Eh, parang mas okay po yun.
Oh, sige, sige. Okay.
Sige po.
Sige.
Kumain na lang
Ah,
po
sige.
ni Mr. Benedict.
Okay. Ayan, very good. Okay, sige. Uy, pwede din mag-on ng camera. Maganda, parang nakita kita yung facial expression. Pwede ka ba mag-open ng cam, Belo? Ayan, si Reggie. Ayan, very
Ayun
good.
po na
Ayan.
ano din po. Hindi rin po ako ready.
Oh, sige, okay lang yan. Sige. So, ito yung first script. So, si John ay si Belo, tapos si Anna, si Angelina, and then si Tim, si Reggie, with feelings, okay? Tapos, wait lang. If may Ayan, wait lang. I'll tell you when to start, but I'll just send the script here real quick. So for the rest of you guys, ayan, you're going to observe them, yung pinag-uusapan nila, and then you're going to assess kung ano yung role ni AI sa cybersecurity. Ayan. Give me one moment. Ang haba ng script ko. Ayan. Okay. All right.
Excuse me, ma'am. Parang, ayun, okay na po pala. Okay.
Oo. Okay, ready ka na ba, Jan, Ana, tsaka Tim?
Yes po.
Okay, ready. Okay, ayan. So, itong scenario natin is merong bagong employee, si John Smith. First day niya sa work, excited siya. Tapos, makaka-experience siya ng cyber attack na gagawin ni Anna Bates. At si Tim Patterson, meron siyang kaibigan na si AI, natutulungan siya kung paano i-handle ganitong scenario. Okay, John? I'm ready when you are.
Yes po, ready po.
Okay, go.
Sobrang excited na ako sa first day ko sa work. Bagong laptop, bagong monitor, at libreng Microsoft license.
Sino ang bibigtamin ko for today's video?
Okay, may bagong employee na check ko na. Yung firewall at security niya sa laptop, ready na siya mag-work.
Ano kaya ito? May biglang lumitaw sa email ko. Galing daw sa company namin. Check ko nga. Mukhang legit naman. May bago daw kaming update at need i-click itong app para ma-download.
Ha ha ha! Nakapasok na ako sa system niya.
Ala, namatay yung laptop ko. Hindi ko na makontrol. May number sa screen. I-text ko daw.
Ayan, nag-text na yung victim sa akin. Replyan ko nga. Kailangan ko ng 5 million pesos para mawala yung virus sa computer niya. Kung hindi, lahat ng data niya mawawala, pati yung trabaho niya.
May notification. May attacker na na-detect computer ni John. Ayos itong firewall na gamit namin dahil dito mabibiktima ng attacker ang mga empleyado dahil nahuli ng AI na may characteristics ng ransomware itong na-download ni John. Hahaha. Hello, John.
Hello? Sino to?
Ako si Tim, ang cybersecurity analyst ng ABC Company. Nakatanggap ako ng notification na may nag-download kang file kaya hindi mo makontrol ang laptop mo. Nakita ko na pinapatext ka ng attacker at nanghihingi ng pera sa'yo. Ito ay tinatawag na ransomware. Dahil sa AI, na-block na niya agad yung file at na-delete na niya yung dinownload mo. Huwag mo din kalimutan tapusin ang ating cybersecurity awareness course sa LinkedIn. Salamat.
Uy, salamat team. Pasensya ka na. Sabi kasi galing sa company natin. Malaking tulong ang AI. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin ko dahil wala akong 5 million. Kala ko mawawalan na ako ng trabaho.
Ayan, very good. Palakpakan naman natin si John Smith Annabeth sa Tim Patterson. Ayan. Okay, pwedeng-pwede na si John sa podcast. Ayan, very good guys. At dahil dyan, with what you have heard a while ago and observed, ayan, nag-unmute si Justin para palakpakan kayo. Ano ba ang naging role ni AI sa security? How did AI react? Ayan, sabi ni Regina ka. Ayan, so mamimili ako ng sasagot. Ayan. How about can we go back to Jellica? Ayan, Jellica. Based sa narinig mo kanina and with the scenario, ano yung naging role ni AI when it comes to that type of issue that they encountered? Ay, wag daw muna siya. O, sige. Sino ang pwedeng sumagot? Maliban na sa mga nag-volunteer. Ayan. Anyone? You can go ahead and unmute your mic or chat your answers. Nandun din yung sagot sa script na sinend ko. Pero paano nag-react si AI at paano nakatulong si AI sa security or dun sa threat na nangyari? Ayan. Let me know if someone will answer or if I can call someone. Ayan. How about Allen? Tuwan-tuwa siya kanina sa roleplay nyo. May sagot ka ba, Allen, kung ano yung naging role ni AI sa
Wala po po
security?
sa kanya.
Ha?
Sa kanya.
Ayan. Do you have an answer? Nag-mute siya.
Wala pa po.
Wala pa. O, sige. Ayan. If wala, it's okay. How we can ask the questions to those who participated kanina. Ayan, maliban sa very good kayo, ano yung tingin yung naging role ni AI when it comes to that? Sabi ni Christian Kurt, refer to its monumental fountain of information to find the best way to reverse the damages. Ang lalim niyan, Christian. Pero that is correct. Based on what we heard kanina and see from the script, is that how AI the role of AI in that type of scenario is to read the characteristics of a ransomware. Kaya niya na-detect, maliban sa merong magandang firewall si ABC company, meron ding magandang detection tool or magandang learning model si AI to be able to detect the characteristics of a ransomware, which is one of the characteristics of a ransomware is yung mga suspicious links, suspicious applications, suspicious zip files or downloadable files that can affect the computer and the user na magkakaroon ng mga malfunction sa kanyang system and mga abnormalities then that they can detect. And it depends then the part that you say to reverse the damages. Depending on the type of AI, it can reverse the damages or another example sa nangyari is that it notified the cybersecurity expert which is si Tim na then from there nagkaroon na siya ng response to be able to handle the situation which is to block everything, block the attacker and then block the application for it not to be downloaded by the user. So, ayun. Anybody else? Ayan. Let me know if malinaw ang ating topic for today. Ayan. You go ahead and react or drop it in the chat kung kayo ba ay natuto for today. Ayan. Very good. How about the others? Ayan. Okay. Thank you. And with that, ayan, that ends my presentation. And if you want to learn more or how we could be fully aware, kasi we cannot fully rely on artificial intelligence lang, especially as humans. Also we need to take precautionary measures when it comes to handling our information and data when it comes to on the internet. So I have a video here, how to protect your data. It's more on cybersecurity awareness. And I also did the talk before about the introduction to cybersecurity. Ginamit ko si Marites as an example. All of those videos are on my YouTube channel if you want to learn more. And definitely let me know how I did today by sending me a feedback. Here is the link. Or on that link, let me know kung ano pa yung gusto nyong matutunan aside from AI cybersecurity. So I would know din yung mga topics na pwede kong i-discuss in the future with you guys. And that later at 4 to 5 p.m., I'll be doing a talk sa Angular Philippines on how to build your career through tech communities. So hopefully, if you're interested to learn how I was able to have a career by joining tech communities, you can go ahead and watch that. It will be live on their Facebook page, Angular Philippines. I'll drop the link later. And if you have further questions after this talk, you can definitely find me on my Facebook page, Atcha Abe, LinkedIn, ayan, Atcha Abe. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, Atcha Abe. I have the links there, and all of my computer science and IT videos are on my YouTube channel. I also do vlogs, entertainment, etc. If you want to learn more, I do web dev, information security, database systems, and many more. And my most recent video is about coding bootcamp versus self-study, especially for those interested to become web developers. And thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. I value your time, and let me know if you have any further questions. Ayan, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Atcha Abe, for an amazing presentation about AI trust, risk, and security management. Your insights on the importance of AI TRISM were truly enlightening and informative, and also very fun because of the skit we performed. Thank you so much, po.
And thank you.
And once again, thank you, ma'am, for your presentation has provided us with a better understanding of the potential risks and challenges of artificial intelligence. I'm sure uh, maraming natutunan yung mga attendees natin and they hopefully had fun. Makita nila ako mag-act. And hopefully ma-inspire sila to delve in our world as computer science students.
Once again, thank you for your time and effort po and in preparing for this webinar, Miss Atcha. It was such an honor to have you as our speaker.
So yun, with our discussion about AI and AI tourism coming to a closure, we would like to ask our audience in Google Meet and also in FB Live na mag-answer ng questions regarding the topic. So I'll show the answer. So if you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments ng live and also dito sa chat. Or you can raise it. Uh, for kay Sir Ferdinand Lucero, my deepest gratitude goes to all who attended help to make it such a successful event.
Thank you po, sir, for the support.
Thank you po, Sir.
Thank you po.
Guys, any questions po, kindly chat po sa chat box. Thank you. Okay, so we have a chat po from Lance Mitra. Is it possible po ba to make AI to the point wherein they will be able to think for themselves?
Yeah, that's a good question, Lance. So the answer to that question is yes. So one of the types of AI that we've discussed a while ago is self-aware AI to a point na it would seem like you're interacting with a human. So how that's possible, how to make that type of AI is to um, be able to be self-aware, is to have a specific type of learning model wherein it captures how human interacts and it replicates or imitates how AI should respond when it comes to that. So it can also, aside from them being able to think themselves, they're able to react to human emotions then in the long run. So that type of AI is the self-aware AI. So yeah, thank you for that question, Lance.
From Christian Kurt Urbano, what's the degree of morality by an artificial intelligence with today's technology?
Ayan, that's a good question, Christian. So the degree of morality by an artificial intelligence with today's technology is also dependent of its goal. Kasi in different types of industries, how it is being invented or innovated is depending on its purpose and depending on what type of value that they want to provide to their specific type of goal. So may mga limitations din si AI when it comes on how they should interact and how they should give a response when it comes to that type of technology. So, ayan, tulad ng sabi ni Sir Ferdinand, ay, question pala yan. Akala ko, yeah, I hope I answered your question, Christian. So, again, when it comes then to ethical considerations of AI, dun na din talaga siya nagde-depend when going back to your question. And it's a case-to-case basis then on how it is being used. So I hope I answered your question.
Okay, next question po is from Sir Ferdy. Can AI reduce the human error po?
Ayan. Ayan. So the question, yes po, definitely AI, aside from it helps reduce mundane task or reduce repetitive task, it definitely reduce human error kasi the goal of artificial intelligence is to also have more automation when it comes to certain processes and then especially when it comes to managing data. And definitely artificial intelligence can reduce human error, especially yung mga, say for example, how we handle data or how we analyze data in Excel, ganyan. So the answer to that po is yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Kay Gibelo po,
Ayan. Let me know if you want
sir,
me to read. Ayan. Okay.
I will say since you're working with AI, aren't you scared to reach to that point wherein artificial intelligence can take over the human race, which is na-discuss din ng ibang theories natin like si Elon and si, ano ba ang pangalan nun? Si, ayun po.
Basta siya. Ayan. Thank you for that question, Gibelo. So, I'm not familiar with the iRobot film, pero I believe may nakita ko mga scenes with that. Um, your question, if I'm scared to reach a point wherein artificial intelligence can take over human race, yes and no. Again, this is also related to Christian's concern and question when it comes to the degree of morality. Depende pa rin talaga siya on its purpose or yung intention ng gumawa nung AI na yun, that can affect or even harm the human race, even take over. But going back again to what I said a while ago, is that these types of technologies, specifically AI, still need human intervention. It wouldn't be the way it is now if it isn't for us. So that's why, hopefully, wag naman sana na maging to the point na self-aware na siya na kaya niya nang i-ignore or disregard yung human interaction part when it comes to that technology. But taking over the human race as a whole, I don't think it would be possible enough unless ganun yung maging intention nung gumagawa ng learning nung nag innovate na gumawa ng ganong learning model, which is kind of scary. But at the end of the day, kailangan pa rin ni AI ng human to be able to manage itself and to be able to be more effective to its goal or purpose. Ayan, I hope I answered your question.
Okay po thank you ma'am. For our second to last question po from Alexandra Altea. Good afternoon po. Do you think that AI is actually helpful sa students' development since nauuso na po ang ChatGPT?
Ayan, magandang question din yan, Alexandra. Yes and no. Yes, because it helps the students learn more effectively, especially when you use ChatGPT. Kasi us students can struggle when it comes to learning, especially tayong tech students. Mahirap matuto and to be able to catch up with um, what's happening right now with technology. Kasi our curriculum in the Philippines are mostly just immersing ourselves with the foundationals of different types of um, mga fields, di ba? Tulad ng web development, information security, web design, etc. Lahat ng tinuturo sa atin sa school is just the foundational part of it. yes, it helps, artificial intelligence helps us to be able to understand it more in our way of learning kasi marami tayong different learning styles. At the same time, it's not helpful on our development because we can be too dependent on technology wherein hindi na tayo nagiging self-reliant or wala na tayong initiative to be more to like provide solutions to these problems on our own. So, yes and no. Depende na din yung sa estudyante. I suggest that we shouldn't be too reliant or too dependent on artificial intelligence kasi again, tao ang gumawa ng artificial intelligence. And as humans, especially as tech students and kayo magiging future tech professionals, dapat you're still able to apply and practice yung um, how we analyze things, how we compute things, how we create things, how we come up with these types of solutions to the problems. So it's a case to case basis then when it comes to AI being helpful to our development as students.
Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful answer. Also, from Christian Kurt Urbano, our second to the last na. Also, with if AI could ever emerge out the uncanny valley between robot and human and thoughts with it.
Ayan. If AI could ever emerge out of the uncanny valley between robot and human and thoughts with it. So it would go back again to our part of the discussion about the types of AI to be able to have a good distinction between if AI would be magpo-focus siya as fully self-aware to be a robot or would it also be imitated as a full human or kung um, there's still a need or a full need of humans to be able to help that type of AI. My thoughts would that be is they go hand in hand and they collaborate to be able to provide efficiency and to be able to have a good automative process wherein na magiging collaborative siya depending on the goal. At the end of the day, with AI, whether or not be for the good or for the bad, it would still depend on the common goal that the AI will be created and the human's intention will be. So, how it adapts, how it reacts, and how it helps humans. Kagaya nung skit natin kanina, do you think it would be effective if nagdepend lang tayo kay AI? Kanina sa example natin sa skit, hindi. Kasi kailangan pa rin natin ng tulong ni human, which is si cybersecurity expert, si Tim kanina, to be able to block those types of threats sa isang ransomware. The role of AI kanina is to help detect if the type of threat that John is experiencing. And the role of the human or the cybersecurity expert is Tim, is to be able to um, handle and take action of that scenario. So they still help and collaborate with each other. Hindi pwedeng AI lang fully, hindi pwedeng human lang fully. Kasi ang goal nito is tutulungan ni AI si cybersecurity professional or humans to be able for the humans to focus on high-level tasks or major tasks. Is, kumbaga, kunwari, di ba, pag titingnan natin, parang sidekick si AI when it comes to handling these types of scenarios. So, yun yung relation nila and distinction of the two. And I hope, Christian, I answered your question again. Ayan. Thank you for those questions, guys.
Okay, apologies po, we skipped a question from Anne Christia Alcazarin. Will AI reach a point where it's human-like that it's undetectable po?
Ayan, yes, definitely, Anne. It will also definitely reach to that point. Going back again to the type of AI that we have, which is self-aware, it would definitely reach to a point na akala mo humans yung kausap mo, especially with computer vision. If you, I forgot the term, pero right now there are certain technologies with AI that you can have a video of an artist or an actor that can say a video greeting. Kung wari, si Daniel Padilla may kaibigan mo nag-send ng video greeting ni Daniel Padilla, tapos sabi niya, "Hi Ann, ganyan, kamusta ka na?" Ganon. Pero hindi talaga siya yun. It's just AI doing its role. So, akala mo totoo, pero hindi. So, that's a point where AI will look like it's human-like based on that type of learning model na kaya niyang i- i-imitate how the person, yung facial expressions niya, yung voice niya. So that's an example of AI that reached a point where it's like human-like na undetectable siya.
Ah, thank you, ma'am. And for our last question po, has from Sir Lucero, has AI implication for human?
Ayan, good question po, sir. With that one, when it comes to human rights, at the end of the day, it's still technology. I'm not sure with the like laws or policies for AI to have the same rights as we do. Although I believe there has been some like considerations or limitations kung ano lang yung pwedeng gawin ni AI, lalo na kapag self-aware siya. And it would also be dependent then on the creator of that AI or learning model kung talagang I believe I forgot what it's called, pero there are previous inventions na robots with AI technology that has human emotions. And naging controversy na yan, if I'm not mistaken, there has been news na parang going back to your question po when it comes to human rights. So, it's possible, but not yet familiar kung meron na naging implementation na ganon or law na ganon na AI can have the same rights as humans. So, that I still need to search po. Ayan. Thank you for that question po.
So, thank you, ma'am. And I know marami pang may questions dyan, but sadly, very limited lang ang time natin with ma'am. And also, we appreciate po na na-answer niyo lahat ng questions in depth. So, with no more questions left, we will now proceed to the presentation of certificate. Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay, to express our gratitude for your valuable contribution as our speaker for today's Trust webinar, we would like to honor Ms. Athena Abe with the Certificate of Appreciation awarded by the third year BSc students of the Our Lady of Fatima University, Laguna, held on May 6, 2023 by FB Live and Google Meet.
Thank you guys for having me. I hope you learned a lot today.